Thank you. All right, hello everybody. So we're here to celebrate Mum's 75th, just in case you missed it, right? I didn't want to go through Mum's life like this is your life.
We were tempted.
We were tempted.
I wouldn't have enough time.
We would have been here for dinner.
Yeah. But talking to Mum and her life, she says her greatest accomplishment is her children, her grandchildren, her extended grandchildren.
Yeah, that's a joke, isn't it?
And like all us mothers here, we know that having a child, children, doesn't come with a rule book or a guidebook or rules and regulations. You just basically have to wing it and try and do the best job.
And a warning label.
And a warning label, yeah. Now, our childhood was in very distinct groups. So we had growing up in Inala, and then on the boat to the house, and then of course as we got older. Mum's had a very transient life from her parents, and that's basically rubbed off on to her and then our lives, which basically set us up for having a life less than ordinary, which I personally thank you, because I've had a wonderful life so far.
Here.
That's good.
Growing up in Inala, I only got a few memories, but the memories I do have is of the blue canvas pool in the backyard. So you weren't there.
Sue was there.
Scooter, of playing, and then God forbid Mum and hippie Dad decided to move on the boat, which I remember the very first night, even the floorboards weren't down. I remember having to walk across the ballast while Dad built the floorboards the next day. So what on earth possessed you, except, we all know the reason why. Dad got kicked out of the Nala house. We just had to leave. But it was a big call, because then Mum had 3 children to raise children, 3 kids on a boat, with all the washing, the cooking, the ironing. The cooking, Mum had the smallest galley. Like, I can remember it being a little tiny gas stove, a little gas oven, and then you basically turn around and there's a sink. And that little galley kitchen produced 3 meals a day, endless supply of cupcakes, cakes, apple pies, etc. So basically she's instilled in us the joy of cooking and the love of cooking. On the boat, she took another leap of faith and decided to have Christine. So if she wasn't to have great hair beforehand, she had great hair afterwards, because things happened and Christine fell over. That would have made anybody want to overboard.
Yeah, everybody was sad. Everybody was sad.
In the water. We almost lost
I
Christine.
went to find seagulls.
Yes.
You can find seahorses.
So, on the boat, I remember having a little black and white TV that was battery supplied, and as the power went down, the screen got smaller and smaller, and so you'd end up watching the TV. So
Smaller.
we had lots of, my memories of the boat are playing on the deck of board games. Mum, art galleries were free, museums were free, the park, the botanical gardens became our backyard. And so we had a wonderful life. I dare say there wasn't 2 cents to rub together, but we had a wonderful life and full of adventures. Then we sold the house, sold the boat, and then moved into the house. And I remember moving in, and of course it was all done on a shoestring budget, and of course another renovator's delight. And yet again, Mum, I remember moving in and having area to run round. That's one thing I do remember. And then Mum having this old antiquated kitchen. Now I thought I've rented some dives in my place, but Mum had this kitchen which was just tiny, old-fashioned, but again she produced endless amounts of food, good healthy food. I can't remember, because Mum was a hippie along with Dad, can't remember ever eating out, having takeaway. It was a rarity.
Hot chips on a Sunday.
Yes.
I just want Sunday.
That's right.
Sunday.
Had to leave. We rang the restaurant and said the cat's been run over.
That's
When you were
right.
halfway through your
I remember that actually, yeah.
So raising children, then of course in the house you had my brother Thomas, and then started again So then we had to learn to have a brother in the family, and the family extended.
Child gates.
Child gates and yeah. But the one thing that is very paramount in my mind growing up is any time that Mum needed to go into bat for us, she did. Those years ago, taking on the Catholic Church, Catholic education system, the nuns, those lovely nuns. Yeah, the nunny nutters, yeah. It took a lot of guts, and then I remember, we all know I had learning difficulties as a child, that the opposition that she had to try and get me educated and tested and then remedial studies. I remember going toe to toe, and I remember a teacher saying to me once, she will not give in. And I remember that, and so that the stubbornness of Mum with just standing as an advocate for her children has been constant throughout all our lives.
And has brushed off on all of us.
So yes, I was, yeah.
Stop it, you're maybe.
So Mum's been very, very proactive with our education, and we've all excelled in our different areas. And from that, we've all learnt the art of reading and self-education, which has stood us all in good stead in years to come. And then we came to adulthood, and then I don't remember the trials and tribulations other than a lot of hormones when we were all young. But then we skipped forward to when we were adults, and I left home and went to Mount Isa, and I thought I was really big and tough, and I was all right. And then I remember one Sunday morning I called after I'd finished night duty, and we had this habit on Sunday morning where we'd all pile into Mum's bed, and Mum would have a cup of tea, and we'd all be there fighting, and Mum would say, who's my, it sounds stupid, but who's my cupcake? And I go, I am.
Who's my strawberries and cream?
Oh, I am. Who's my pikelets? Oh, I am. And
I love my pikelets.
I phoned up this Sunday morning, and I think it was Susan said, oh, she can't come, we're all in bed together doing the pikey game, and I went, oh! And I realised how much I missed the home life and family. Mum's been there to advise us on boys and men, marriage and divorce, and then she's also taken a very active step in raising the next generation. So grandkids, and then extended grandkids, and she's helped us all grow and develop. And then the other thing she's instilled in us is a personality of inclusion, which these days it's not very common. And so that's been like Thomas helping Minnie when she was having the baby. So we're all very inclusive in the family. So as a result, Mum's raised 5 very distinct individuals who are all intelligent, smart, caring, with inclusion. And I'm just going to finish off by this lovely quote that I read. So it says, it's about I am woman. So I'm a woman, I'm a mother. I'm not perfect, I've made mistakes. I've chosen the wrong path, I've been stressed, I've cried, I've laughed and I've smiled. And at the end of the day, even though I'm not perfect, I know I'm happy and my children are happy, and that's the best thing I have in life. So yes, so Mum, thank you very much for being our mother and for today.
Happy birthday song.
Yes.
Okay, all right, I'll like it. Happy birthday.
Because he wants to blow out his hair.
Hey, someone here does those old. But she's about to sing the happy birthday. She's about to bring a cake out.
You want to be out there, so
I'm glad they haven't got 75 candles.
You need the fire brigade here.
Well, Adrian knows how to put out fires.
Yeah, he's got 500 cents, but haven't you?
I'll get off there. All right, Nikki, go. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Daniel. Happy birthday.